Welcome back, Kuma Krew, to another video with me, your favourite friendly and very ill despair bear, Annakuma, and today I have a video of a different kind for your enjoyment. So as always, I'm a little late to be introducing myself, but I thought seeing I love to over-explain everything, I'd spend a video over-explaining who I am, so I don't waste the intro and outro of every other video apologising for being one humongous, not very hot mess. So hi! My name is Annakuma. You can call me Anna, Anna Bear, or just Bear. My favourite colour is teal. My favourite manga is One Piece. I like the music of Rammstein, Take That, Weezer, Il Divo, and Nickelback. I play video games, lots of them. I really love point and clicks though. Discord is my favourite thing in the world. My favourite characters are Sir Samuel Vimes, which is hard to say when you've got a cold, and Lady Sybil Ramkin. When I was a kid, I really wanted to grow up to be a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle, and I love history and photography. I also suffer from severe agoraphobia, bipolar disorder, a bunch of anxiety disorders, problems with disassociation due to the anxiety, and memory problems due to my depression and childhood trauma. Oh, and I am also partially deaf and have nerve damage. Probably some other things, but they probably aren't really that important today. Currently, the agoraphobia is my biggest challenge. Wait a minute, I'm autistic. Yeah, I have autism. I can't even put my disorders in order, god damn. So one reason I'm making this video is to explain why content creation is hard for me. To do that, let me give you a very quick and oversimplistic look at what my life feels like now. My agoraphobia is so severe I have not left my house since 2021. In fact, I very rarely leave my room. I have panic attacks and get extremely sick staying outside of my room for long periods, and even have trouble getting to the toilet sometimes due to my need to stay safe in my room. This obviously has led to a crippling loneliness, as I was a bit of a loner anyway, and my main socializing came from going to work every day and working in the public-facing roles in supermarkets. There is also a whole bunch of anxiety over the fact I've spent the majority of my 30s now stuck in the house. First off, not even to do with agoraphobia. First off, it was COVID and lockdown, and then the agoraphobia kicked in not long after. It starts to feel like you're wasting your entire life away, stuck in one room. Now, to some people, this might seem pretty tame. Some people look at my life and tell me they wish they didn't have to leave the house. Some people don't get that this isn't a choice in any shape or form. It's some kind of vicious circle of depression that I'm now trying to escape. But what does this have to do with streaming, I guess you're asking? Well, a little overview of my stream career I guess is in order. I started streaming in 2019, very late into the year, and mainly to build some confidence in talking to people. As I said, it was a bit of a loner, not out of choice. Again, most of my life hasn't really been by choice, but by what my anxiety allows of me. And I wanted to be able to find some friends and get into a position where I can talk to people and have more normal relationships. It was never meant to be anything but a hobby designed to let me socialize more. Without streaming, I wouldn't have gotten through 2020 though. Streaming and being part of the Space Hamster HamFam fan community really kept me from having a breakdown much faster than I ended up having one. The breakdown itself, if you can do the math, happened in 2021. Now, I don't like change. This isn't a I refuse change kind of situation. My brain is just hardwired to shut down when things change. I've been told it is a sign of my autism, my routines being messed with, or something I've done 100 times now being completely different, throw me off more than normal people would be thrown off. 2020, therefore, was just a huge challenge for me, because it was a huge change for everyone. But it wasn't just COVID that was changing. Obviously, working in a store, everything did change, but the area at the end of my road was also being turned into a new road. Thousands of trees were knocked down to make that road. Trees that had been there since I was a child. Just walking down that area made me want to cry. My entire landscape had changed dramatically, and it was also the only road I could actually take to get to work. It was the only one that led out of my street into the area I needed to go to. It meant having anxiety every time walking down that street, just hoping I could get to work. There were other changes personally in my life, as there always was, but through the majority of 2021, when I was still working, I was actually walking through unlit wooded areas with no path to get to work at 4 AM in the dark. It wasn't nice. We also then had the problem of whether the workman would let you into the wooded area to get home again when I finished work. It was a toss of a coin, so the anxiety of whether I would even be able to get home easily was another load of anxiety every single day. In April, it all became a bit too much, and by July, my life was pretty much destroyed by agoraphobia. Now, I'm being slightly overdramatic, but I remember the day, if not the exact date, like it happened yesterday. I woke up, I got ready for work, went to open the door, and found myself on the floor crying, having a panic attack and struggling to breathe. I've only been outside the front of my door for a total of about an hour for exposure therapy in the years since. I'm on and off with that, which is why I've only managed an hour in about 3 years. The end of 2021 and a lot of 2022 was wasted just trying to get my life on track. I streamed when I could, but it wasn't a priority. I had to figure out what my life looked like now that I was living with agoraphobia in a little bubble in my house. 2023 was when I decided that streaming was my full-time job. It sounds kind of weird to have to come to that conclusion when it was all I could do, but it was something I had to actually convince myself to do. When streaming is a hobby, the numbers don't matter so much. When it is your full-time job, it becomes something you have to work on pretty much constantly. Most of 2023 was about figuring out a schedule that would work for me. I became a VTuber, yay, to make up for the fact that I don't like having my face on streams anymore, and just work to build a foundation. 2024 is when I had to up my consistency and really put my nose to the grindstone and try to make things work. I pretty much got the consistency on Twitch. I don't think anything I've done has really helped growth, but I am consistent. Not on YouTube though. And I guess we're back to why I'm even making this video. I want to be able to talk openly about my agoraphobia as it is a big part of who I am now. It is also why I'm so bad at uploading videos on a consistent basis. One of my biggest problems is I get into my head. Even when I'm motivated to make videos, I worry too much about excusing myself for why I haven't done anything in a certain amount of time before this. I think the over-explaining does also come from my autism, or maybe it's just because I always had to over-explain myself to everyone when I was a kid for the simplest of things. I wasn't actually diagnosed with autism until my mid-20s, so my childhood was a mess. Either way, in the last year or so, I've seen a lot of tweets, well not really anymore because I moved to Blue Sky and mainly just post my photography over there now. Most people on Blue Sky just whine about Twitter anyways, so not posting that many hot takes at the moment. But I saw a lot of tweets that would criticize streamers for not editing your VODs into proper highlights, going through your VODs to make clips, making unique content for multiple platforms, and so on and so forth. I've spent a lot of the last 2 years, when I should be thinking about ways to grow, just thinking the world sees me as lazy because all I have the mental energy to do most days is stream. I'm not lazy, I'm disabled. Sure, the logic of if you stream for less hours, you have more hours in the day to do other things is sound logic, as long as the person you're talking to has the ability to do other things. I personally stream for long hours because that is all I mentally can do. If I'm not streaming, you'll usually find me here in my chair, disassociating my life away, or fighting my inner demons. Now I can't tell you why streaming just works for me, but it does. Whilst I'd love to make more YouTube content or TikTok stuff or anything else, or even network with thousands of other creators, I just don't have the ability to do so. I actually get very anxious talking in 99% of the streams I go to, let alone the ones I don't because I'm too drained mentally to look for them. Talking to new people is also just anxiety based, and if I think I'm annoying them, I just stop, and because they're new people, they won't reach out then to me, so building new relationships just does not work. It all boils down to having people with a lot of mental and creative energy talking like everyone should be the same as them, and it's draining. It also isn't helpful. I am lucky if I wake up with 2 bars of energy any given day. The last time I was close to being full of energy was when I got motivated to make my broken sword video, and then within a week, I was super sick. Any energy I had recently died when my Halloween video didn't work out. Guys, I'm so sad it didn't work. It was so good, you would have loved it. Damn the fucking BBC. The point I'm trying to make is that I have so little mental energy to focus on creative endeavors, and most of the energy I have gets used on things others take for granted. Do you know how much energy it takes to fight your brain to just go to the toilet because you're so worried you'll have a panic attack on your way to the toilet that you just sit there and cry for like 10 minutes trying not to pee yourself? Let me tell you, it is tiring. It isn't fun. It is what I have to deal with most days. And sure, you can look at all this and say I'm making excuses. Maybe it is an excuse. Maybe I should just get on with things. Maybe you can hear my dog sniffing my desk. I do not know. You don't know the war going on in my head 24/7 though. You don't know the pain my mental health gives me, and you don't know the physical pain I can be in on a daily basis. Sorry, I am a very dramatic bear. It's just the way I am. I decided to do this video because I don't want to keep apologizing for just being me. I waste so much time in the intros and outros of my videos, and I want to be able to streamline them. So this is my apology. I am sorry for being a bad content creator. But I'm also doing this because this year has been so hard, guys. So very hard. Content creation is just hard. Staying focused is extremely hard. Always being happy for people is just hard. Getting out of bed for me is extremely hard. Life is just hard. Yet somehow, if we don't look at all the VODs, because they don't count, I did make more videos this year than I ever have. I got to 100 subscribers here on YouTube, and I have 800 plus on Twitch. I made that banging retrospective on Broken Sword, even though I was super ill throughout it, and I have plans in place for 2025 already. Content creation is a roller coaster. I've had months where I averaged 15 to 20 viewers on Twitch and felt like progress was being made before going back to like 4 viewers and wondering where I went wrong. I hardly promote one YouTube video I make and it gets like 100 views, whilst another I work on putting out there and getting eyes on it, and there's just no views at all. Streaming is all I have left in my life. It would be nice if I found a way to make it take off, but I'm aware that I don't have the voice, my voice is annoying, or the personality, I'm just a grumpy British person, for any of it. And whilst I love my model artist did do a fantastic job, and you can find his details in the about section, I can't help feeling sometimes it puts people off as well. Not just being a VTuber, that in itself is difficult, but like the concept of the model as well. That all being said though, I still haven't given in. I still stream 5 days a week, I plod along with plans in the background, I do my best to support my wonderful streamer friends as well. Heck, I've been brave and I've even put my name down for December this year, so by the time this video is out, I'll be playing a bunch of old DOS point and click games on Twitch. See, I can still plug my stuff here as well as the next guy. One day, I might find my audience. One day, I might blow up and be safe financially to see the light at the end of this very bleak tunnel. Until then, I want this video to tell everyone just one fact about me. I am not lazy, I am disabled. I am one small bear doing their very best. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.